Hi guys, here with a review and an analytical look at Avatar, Fire and Ash, the newest James Cameron movie. It was written and directed by him again. He's done the last two, the first movie Avatar and the second one Way of Water. And I did see it Friday, in IMAX 3D, 45 frames with a high frame rate, and I gotta say, this is a good one, a very excellent third follow up to what happened in Way of Water. Um, for me, I do personally prefer the Way of Water over Fire and Ash, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to rewatch it probably when it comes out on Blu-ray because I definitely or Disney Plus because I definitely want to rewatch it again. And yeah, it's an excellent movie with all the characters that you know and love. You have great action set pieces. I mean, Cameron since the first movie has done great action, and even in the movies the past that he's written and directed, like Terminator and Aliens, he's really good at delivering solid action. Likable characters that you like. And yeah, this newest movie, the Sully family is again being hunted down by the RDA, by Miles Quaritch. And we have a new villain that is actually a Navi as well, and her name is Barang, and she's played by Una Chaplin. And yeah, she's incredibly deadly. And yeah, her people are almost like raiders or bandits. They just like attack anyone that is flying in the sky. And her thing is that the god Awa abandoned them when there was like a big natural disaster that happened to them, and they lost everything. And she became the her tribe's leader, and she has shunned the ways of Iwa, and leads her people. And so yeah, she's quite a villainous character. And you have Miles Quaritch, who comes back, who survived the events of Way of Water. And you have a lot more of a focus on the character that was introduced in the second movie, which was Spider. And that works well too, because I think the actor that plays Spider is really good. In fact, I like all the actors that have played the kids that you were introduced in the second movie. They are really fun, endearing, and they're not annoying. Although this movie does have the thing where some of them get kidnapped, and Jake Sully and his wife Natiri have to, you know, kill the bad guys to, save their children. But again, I liked that in Way of Water. I thought it was cool because it was almost like, you were seeing like, it became a different movie, like almost like a John Rambo movie with Jake and Natiri, getting back their kids and just like slaughtering the RDA troops. And so, yeah, I have no problem with that, but they do repeat the action beats from the second movie. So if you watch Avatar 1 and 2, especially 2, you're going to see the action beats repeated again. But I love these movies, Like, I can understand why people get sick of the Transformers movies that were, done by Michael Bay. But, when it comes to the visual effects and action and story in Avatar, I just can't get enough of it. I love it. And yeah, the score is amazing, the soundtrack. And it doesn't, this movie, it doesn't really rely on the 3D in this one like it did in the first two. I feel like it's more focused, the story. And all the tricks have been shown already of how good looking this movie is. So they don't really rely too much on it. Although I do think like the big visual treat that you get is the wind traders, and they're like these giant like jellyfish things that transport them here and there. That was a cool thing to see, and the stuff within like where Varang's people live, which is like in a volcano. That stuff is really cool looking too, and the fire effects. Um, and what else? I just yeah, it's very emotional. It hits the emotional beats that you've come to know from these movies, and it does it really well. And yeah, I got nothing bad to say about this movie. You know, James Cameron, he has his own company. He's able to make these movies and churn them out and take time with them. And that's great because you can tell the attention to detail is present in this third movie. And, I always feel like, James Cameron is almost like George Lucas if George Lucas didn't retire and he actually got to make his original stuff that he always wanted to do after doing the Star Wars movies through episodes 1 through 6. I feel like James Cameron is that guy. He is now the guy that George Lucas wishes he would have become after Star Wars and making original movies with CGI animation. And Cameron's doing that, and yeah, part of me wishes I would like for him to do something new and different, a new franchise that he creates. But I right now I like the Avatar movies, and I can't wait for Avatar 4 and 5. I hope they get made, and I hope that would be the good place to change it up a bit because I think with Avatar 1 through 3, the formula is there, and I feel like you need to change it because there were familiar beats that Cameron was using in this third movie that you just saw, not too long ago in 2022 with Avatar 2. So I hope him and his team of artists, engineers and everything, they're able to make something completely new with 4. But for right now, I do consider these 3 movies to be, of a high quality in terms of storytelling and visual storytelling and audio and visual experience. There's nothing like it. And again, like I said, the new villain Varang, amazing villain character design, and yeah, the her minions that she uses. Oh man, it it's incredible. Like the action, just everything, and yeah, like I'm not too like in deep with the lore of Avatar, but like everything from the creature designs, everything that lives on Pandora is just cool to look at and see, and yeah, and Jake Sully, Sam Worthington, you definitely see more of his face in the Navi body. That's how good the technology is now. You kind of see hints of it. Same with Zoe Saldana with Neytiri. Same with Miles Quaritch, his Navi body. Like you definitely see like the person in the within that skin, and yeah, just the technology is amazing, and just to watch a mature CG movie, animated CG movie, it's still new, because you had those movies that were trying to do that with Beowulf and the Polar Express, but they still had that uncanny valley look to them. And Avatar, the Avatar movies don't have that. They look amazing. Avatar 1 still looks amazing. And Avatar 3 is still going to hold up, even like 15 years down the road or 20 years down the road. It's amazing how good it looks. And again, I think people think the stories are, basic and stuff, like just taken from stuff like Dances with Wolves. But for me, it all works. I love stories where nature versus the machine. I love that. I think it's cool. And yeah, I definitely would recommend all of you to go check out Avatar: Fire and Ash. It's an amazing movie to end 2025 with in December, and yeah, I look forward to the next movie and see what they do to change it up. But for right now, I'm good with these 3 Avatar movies, and yeah, that's all I have to say. And yeah, I recommend it. All right, guys, like and subscribe, and I'll see you around. All right, have a good one. Bye.